Hello, I'm the Media Wiz, because one art form wasn't enough. Today we're going to be looking at a band that I honestly never really knew how to feel about, that being Maroon 5. In 2002, the band released their first big selling album, Songs About Jane. My thoughts on the album? It's pretty good. There's a few songs that I genuinely love, and a few that I could honestly do without. But after a while, their music became less rock and amped up more of the pop factor with singles like Misery. Songs that followed that I cared even less for include Payphone, One More Night, Sugar, and Girls Like You. It's kind of like what happened with the Black Eyed Peas. When they started, they were really good, but the more they went on, they slowly went downwards. But after 2010, Maroon 5 went through a very interesting period. At the time, their last album, Hands All Over in 2010, didn't sell that well, and it seemed that they were working around the clock to stay in the public image. Adam Levine, the lead singer, did many a late-night talk show interview, did guest verses on other people's songs, and was even accepted as a new host of The Voice. But the band was determined to make a comeback with their next single, and the subject of today's review, Moves Like Jagger, featuring Christina Aguilera. Let's start with the beat. It has a vague Latin summertime feel to it with the guitar chords, and I think it actually carries the song. It's pretty catchy for a dance tune. And since whistling was a very popular thing for pop music at that time, Maroon 5 also caved into the whistling trend. I mean, hey, one of the biggest songs of 2011 was an indie pop song where the bridge was nothing but whistling. Now, since Mick Jagger plays a big part in the song, I do have to bring this up. I know they weren't trying to replicate the Rolling Stones, but if Mick Jagger is going to be all over the lyrics in the music video, it does feel like a bit of wasted potential. Then again, these are the guys that couldn't be bothered to play Sweet Victory during the NFL Super Bowl, so I guess they'll just stick with what they know. But again, for a Maroon 5 song, I don't think the beat is bad. It definitely has a lot of good pep to it for a dance song. And since we brought up Mick Jagger in the music video, let's take a quick look at that. We see a theater getting ready to hold what I can only assume is a contest for Mick Jagger lookalikes, as we get an excerpt from a Mick Jagger interview, which begins and ends the video.
How much longer do you give yourself doing this thing, going around being sort of
I don't know. I never thought I'd be doing it for 2 years even, you know.
Soon enough, dancers, Maroon 5, and later Christina take the stage and perform the single. Maybe it's just the quick editing style, but I love how little screen time Christina and Adam Levine actually share. They're in the same frame for either a millisecond or from really far away. Come on, even Backseat by New Boys actually had all the performers in one room. But now we move on to the lyrics.
Just shoot for the stars.
Must resist easy chance to make a shooting stars meme.
And aim for my heart. If you feel like it, take me away.
Trust me, Mr. Levine, there's a bunch of people who would be more than happy to take you far, far away.
I put on a show. Now I'm naked.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Say I'm a kid.
That makes the last line of Now We're Naked a little creepy. Like, that's my boy levels creepy, thank you, Adam. Okay, in all seriousness, I get what he means. He's saying that the girl that he's with is calling him childish.
My ego is big. I don't give a shit.
I know saying the SH word was really big for these guys at the time, but it seems a little counterproductive since it was going to get censored for radio anyway.
Take me by the tongue and I'll know you.
By the tongue. I've heard people say take me by the hand, but by the tongue, that's a new one.
I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you.
What, like Bela Lugosi's Dracula? You just look into a woman's eyes and put her in a trance? I just compared Adam Levine to Bela Lugosi. What have I done?
All the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger.
Yeah, the moves. You know, the moves like Jagger, you know, like the drunken chicken strut. So from what I can gather, the term moves like Jagger is not referring to dance moves, but actually sexual moves. So he's saying that he's an unstoppable sexual beast like Mick Jagger was. You know, Adam Levine probably got tons of ass on the regular, but I'm just gonna ask this. How's he stack up next to Austin Powers, huh?
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The second verse continues Adam trying to convey that he's the ultimate man of raw sexual passion.
When you're with me, I'll make you believe that I've got the key.
Which must be a thing he just loves doing because Animals was the exact same way, in an even more thorough, almost creepy way going by the music video.
So get in the car, you can ride it wherever you want.
Almost like she's your backseat driver. After that car sex metaphor and the chorus again, we finally get to Christina's verse.
If I share my secret, you're gonna have to keep it. Nobody else can see this.
Considering how much Levine and Aguilera love showing off their bodies in their music videos and their photo shoots, it seriously makes me wonder what that secret could possibly be. I mean, what, do they have like a BDSM 50 Shades style relationship going on behind the scenes?
So watch and learn. I won't show you twice. Head to toe, ooh, baby, run me right.
And now, ladies and gents, Christina Aguilera's signature verse sign-off. That was Moves Like Jagger by Maroon 5, and, honestly, a little ambivalent. There's definitely things that I liked about this song. The beat was upbeat and tried something different for Maroon 5. It's certainly not Rolling Stones by any stretch, but it's not trying to be, and it's still pretty catchy. The music video is alright, even if some of the editing choices are a little questionable. And as for the lyrics, I honestly wish they did something a little extra with the Mick Jagger thing. I mean, his name's in the title, all over the chorus, and there's footage of him in the music video. But as it stands, it's just kind of a standard, safe dance song slash sex jam. I honestly think they went with the Mick Jagger motif just because it was another thing that was popular with 2010's pop music.
Unless they look like Mick Jagger.
They calling me Mick Jagger.
Would I recommend this song? Yeah, it's one of Maroon 5's better tracks. But if you're really craving some old Mick Jagger, just go listen to some classic Stones. I'm the Media Whiz, cause... Actually, wait. I forget. What are we doing next time?
Whatever happened to Justin Bieber?
Mate, what?
I just realized this entire review I didn't bring up Adam Levine's voice, and I think that's for the better because everyone who's either parodied or reviewed Maroon 5 has brought that up.